Knowles defines inclusion in line with the national curriculum as an agenda in schools underpinning three key areas: setting suitable challenges, responding to diverse needs, and overcoming barriers to learning. Inclusion is a broad term which takes account of a range of categories of needs. For the purposes of this assignment, I will be focusing particularly on how technology supports children with special educational needs. Rees discusses some of the benefits of talking tablets for children with complex needs, including responses to pressure from any part of the body, making devices accessible for children with limited fine motor skills. There is a variety of software providing a range of sensory experiences which will enhance learning. However, I have noticed in my experience that one child became attached to a Counting Songs application and used it continuously. Where this enhances his mathematical learning, it also created a barrier to learning as he is not using a range of applications to enhance different curriculum areas. Rees does not mention that iPads can be used as a type of assistive technology to remove social barriers to learning. In my special school placement, children who were non-verbal with complex needs used iPads as a tool for alternative and augmentative communication. Children use a pragmatic organisation dynamic display, also known as POD, and are able to navigate through different categories of symbols to communicate what they want, their likes and dislikes, and give their opinions, giving them greater access in lessons. For example, a teacher asks, "What day is it today?" and the children can give their answer using the symbols on the iPad. The software is easy to use and reads composed sentences back to the child. iPads are portable, allowing them to be transferred between school and home. Abbott would describe this use of technology as e-inclusive practice, as digital tools are encouraging interactions between contexts and people to support children with learning difficulties. I have seen POD used on an eye gaze. This supports children with limited fine motor skills, such as children with cerebral palsy, and is able to be lined up with a child's eyes and sense where they are looking, and therefore children can choose symbols using their eyes. This technology is a type of enabling technology, as it has achieved something which was not able to be achieved without it. It gives the child the tools to have a conversation, giving greater access in lessons. McKeown and McGlashan discuss the benefits of using technology with symbols in mainstream schools, particularly for children who may have speech difficulties or English as an additional language. Symbols support communication and organisation skills, provide reinforcement of instructions, help children understand text, and enables children to share their worries and make choices. This can be linked back to Abbott's view of e-inclusive pedagogies. However, Sulin and Facer define e-inclusive pedagogy as making informed choices about when ICT is appropriate for the child's learning and development in different situations. It should be carefully considered how AAC devices are used. POD aids the communication of those with language needs, and unless children's disabilities cause them to be non-verbal learners, children need to be encouraged to develop their verbal, speech and reading skills in line with the national curriculum and early years framework. The same can be said if we support a child with dyslexia by giving them a laptop for writing. If we did this all the time, the child would never learn fine motor skills for the action of writing. In my placements, every class had an interactive whiteboard and class computer which were beneficial to all children. Lazard et al. Discusses simple strategies to support pupils with SEN when presenting lessons on the interactive whiteboard and using computers, by making the font bigger and changing the background colour to light blue or cream. Other support strategies include exploring softwares and using a touchscreen. Having experienced and researched different technologies to support inclusive education, I aim to use ICT as a resource for inclusion in my future practice. Special educational needs is a broad category, and a number of technologies can support different types of SEN. I aim to ensure to use assistive technology to remove social barriers, make lessons on the interactive whiteboard accessible by all children, and make good use of computers whilst making informed choices and when this is necessary.